What's going on? It's she the West. How you guys doing tonight? Got some pretty good news today with this Mandalorian season 3 stuff. You know, I've been saying for a while that who knows when this show is gonna come out, right? Well, guess what? It's coming sooner than I thought, to be honest. I was thinking we probably wouldn't get the show until December of next year. So December of 2022. We had rumors originally that we were going to get this show, December of 2021. And then we found out that we're getting the Book of Boba Fett. And, there was a lot of drama going on with this show. The Mandalorian season 3, that is. So, I've been, in this weird limbo, like, everybody's kind of like, I want more Mandalorian. I miss it, And now I think we have a confirmation of when we might be getting the next season. So let's jump into this article that I have up over here. It's the Diz Insider, our good homies. Let's check them out, though. Alright, here we go. So, it says, The Mandalorian Season 3 potentially coming to Disney Plus in spring of 2022. So it goes on. It says, a little over a month ago, we put out an article about how season 3 of The Mandalorian would be delayed, and how the Book of Boba Fett would act as a satisfying supplement. While it seemed unclear as to when we would return to the character's corner of the Star Wars universe, a recent leak may have potentially given us a better answer. According to the sleuths over at LRM Online, a newly discovered Reddit post from user Dentface indicates that the next season of the series could premiere on Disney Plus as soon as spring 2022. Thank goodness. I've been saying for a while, like, I don't know when the show is coming. Who knows at this point, because all the drama surrounding it and all the, they had to film the Kenobi series. So it's been wild. It's been wild. I'm glad we are finally getting this show finally. Whoops. I'm glad we're finally getting it. Ooh, there we go. That's not good. Here we go. Back to the Diz Insider. My bad about that. Yeah. Spring 2022 is a lot sooner than December of 2022, so I'm hyped about it. This is good news to me. It says the post, which you can see photos of below, contains various detailed screenshots from the site Edelweiss Plus. I'm probably saying that wrong, but there's the screenshots, and I guess there's like this book. It's probably gonna get into it right now, but there's this like book with and we'll talk about it. For those unfamiliar with the company, it's a free platform where you can browse the catalog of numerous publishing companies. However, the company featured in this photo in Random House, which Disney has published numerous books through in the past. As you can see, in addition to capturing a summary for the planned Boba Fett graphic novel that was supposedly tied in to the Disney Plus series, it also mentions in plain text that Season 3 of The Mandalorian premieres on Disney Plus spring 2022. Let's go! Let's go! I'm hyped for it, man. I honestly thought we were going to have to wait a year between this, so I'm hyped for it, man. Mark Hamilton says, spring 2022 seems early for the September shoot, but fingers crossed if they pull that off, amazing. A lot of drama talk has probably been useful click grifting. You're probably not wrong, Mark Hamilton, and I totally agree with you. It is really soon, but honestly, I think there is a chance they have been shooting this show for a little bit already. We had rumors a while ago, and then they were debunked, and everybody's saying it's delayed, and there's all this drama. But we have to remember, too, and we're going to get into this with the gallery coming up. Or, I'm going to be talking about the gallery this video, too. You have to remember this show has done the best job of any show and anything lately of keeping a closed wrap on what's going on behind the doors. Nobody knew about the Luke Skywalker thing. The one thing that's leaked from this show was the Ahsoka stuff, and we had a couple characters like somewhat leaked last season, but not the main stuff. So it's very possible that they're like keeping a very close wrap on this third season, and they've been saying everybody's been saying, oh, it's filming, it's not filming, this and that. There's a good chance that they've done at least some type of filming, I think, for it. I think spring is definitely a solid chance. I've heard rumors that the show actually has begun filming recently, so I know everybody's saying like September they're going to start filming here or that, but there's already rumors again that it's filming, so who knows, like I always say. But I'll go back into this article, see what else it says. As you can see, in addition to capturing a summary for the planned Boba Fett graphic novel, will be blah, blah, spring 2022. Yeah. Then it says, now it is important to note the misspelling of the second use of the word premieres, because that could hint at this entire post being counterfeit. Oh god. But it doesn't really matter if the post is real, since there is yet to be any official announcement from Disney. So we urge you to take this news with a grain of salt. And I will say that, these are rumors that we're getting into, but it's hopeful rumors. And like Mark Hamilton said, spring 2022 is gonna come fast, but like that's not very far away. But who knows, man? Who knows with this show? Not me, I'll tell you that much. It goes on to say, while many are anxious to see what happens next in a galaxy far, far away, if we haven't told anything yet, it's probably for a good reason. Heck, it wasn't until last week that we finally got confirmed when Marvel's What If would premiere. That's arguably because there were elements of Loki that needed to be introduced, prepare fans what was to expect. And yes, if you've seen the end of Loki, you understand. No spoilers here for that, though. Regardless, if the leak is wrong or right, it doesn't change the fact that there's still plenty of Star Wars content on the way between Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Patty Jenkins' Rogue One, Mando, and Grogu might soon be eclipsed by other characters and stories the rest of the universe has in store for us. I highly doubt that. I think whenever Mando 3 comes out, everybody's going to get back on that hype train. All the normies are going to be rushing back. So regardless of it, if this is rumor or truth or, what there is to it, I think it's a fun time, man. And that's the base of that article. So we'll get back into the layer here. What do you guys think, though? Do you think that spring 2022 is a actual outcome that we could see for this show? Do you think we're potentially actually going to get the third season around that time, or do you think we'll have to wait a little bit longer? What's everyone's thoughts on that? I know Mark Hamilton kind of gave his, but what are we thinking? Jedi Mike is hyped! Plenty of Star Wars. That's what I like to hear. Me too, man. That's definitely what I like to hear, Jedi Mike. Mark Hamilton says they likely shot some stuff during the Book of Boba Fett as talent was available. Boba shot for 7 months, so who knows exactly. That's what I'm saying too. 7 months is a long time of shooting, and who knows what they were shooting for during that time. The actors have been told before that they're shooting for this or that, and really they're shooting for something else. I think either Katie Sackhoff or as Ming-Na Wen talked about how she thought she was filming for Mandalorian or Mandalorian season 3. One of the two. She thought she was filming for the Mandalorian, and then found out that they were actually like 2 or 3 weeks into shooting for the Book of Boba Fett. She had no idea. So I mean, and maybe that was a lie too, because these actors lie a lot, but it's definitely possible that they have shot something for season 3 at least. I don't think they've done no type of shooting at all. They've definitely worked on this at least a little bit, I think. Stagecraft, that's right. The Stagecraft allows them to do crazy stuff. The volume. They're using that awesome LA Stagecraft. What's it called? Yeah, exactly, man. Woo! Good news, though. It is good news. Regardless, I think it's going to come sooner rather than later. I hope. I'm in hope, man. A lot of us, I've seen all over Twitter, like, tons of Star Wars fans are just hoping and praying that we get Mando 3. A lot of people are missing this show, myself included. There's definitely somewhat of a gap, and, like, oh boy, there's a hole inside of me that can only be filled by Mandalorian season 3. Yeah, I've been calling for Book of Boba. I'm talking about Boba Fett all the time. Give me Daniel Logan. in the Book of Boba, in the Bad Batch. But secretly, I still want that Mando 3, man. I need it. I need it! Please. Please, Disney. Mark Hamilton says, Celebration is in May. Likely drop Mando 3 just after Celebration hype. And then into Andor and Obi-Wan. 2022 is gonna be nuts. Mark Hamilton, I'm in total agreement with you. Spring is right around that May time, and my first thought was they could potentially drop this on May the 4th. And why not? Why would they not? You know, the last couple years have been somewhat lackluster for May the 4th. I know this year we got an hour and 15-minute episode of The Bad Batch, and honestly, that was a very lit episode and a great way to start off the show, but we need more stuff. We need, Mando 3 would be awesome to get right around May 4th. I'd love it. Ethan CH says, I gotta head out. Have a good night, everybody. Ethan, thanks for stopping by, dude. Thank you for coming by tonight. I know I did a little bit of a later stream. And to all you East Coast homies that are watching on playback or watching right now, thank you for watching. And I am so sorry for doing a 1 a.m. stream once again. Smash that like button. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Jedi Mike. With that being said, I do want to go ahead and get into this Disney Gallery news. I'm sure some of you guys have been hearing about it. What up, Vito? Always listening to work. Good looks. Kyle Carter says, we up on the East Coast with you, bro. For sure. Thank you for the East Coasters that are somehow up for this. You guys are the best. I'm going to try and pull this guy up real quick so we can talk about the gallery episode. I'm sure you guys have heard about this news. Everybody's kind of talking about this news, and I'm hyped for it. I cannot wait. I can't wait for this. The gallery episodes have been really, really cool, and I think all of us expected more than just one episode for the second season of The Mandalorian, but it seems like a lot of what they had going on behind the scenes was, like I said, closed doors, behind the wraps, they weren't letting just anybody onto this set. So we're finally getting a new gallery episode that seemingly is going to be centered around the finale of season 2, which, let's get into it, see if it works. Nope. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Let me see if I can fix this. It's not working. Alright, well, I'm going to just read it to you guys. It's not a lot. It's on the StarWars.com page, so you guys can find it yourselves. It's been everywhere lately, but it says, special episode of Disney Gallery, The Mandalorian, explores Luke Skywalker's return in Season 2 finale. This was published yesterday, I think. What day is it? Yeah, yesterday. So, in last year's Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, the appearance of a young Luke Skywalker was one of the biggest reveals and best kept secrets of the acclaimed show thus far. Like I was saying, they keeping this closed doors, man. Keeping it tight. Reaction to the episode was emotionally charged for many, deeply resonating with the generations of fans who were elated to see the Jedi Master and the post-Star Wars Return of the Jedi Prime. The story of the cutting-edge technology used to bring Luke back is subject of a special extra episode of the Disney Gallery, the Star Wars The Mandalorian, debuting August 25th on Disney+. This is going to be dope, man. It is just one episode, it seems, but we were all looking forward to this when the season came out. I know a lot of us thought, like I was saying, like multiple episodes of the gallery were coming, just like in the first season, and we only got one, even if it was like an hour long or like 40 minutes. I don't really remember. It's been a while, but I think honestly this is probably going to be somewhere around a 30 minute to like an hour long, behind the scenes look of how they got that Luke Skywalker into this show. It says making of the season 2 finale is a behind the scenes look at the making of the celebrated chapter of The Mandalorian, with a focus on the technology used for recreating Luke Skywalker. It delves into the collaborative process, including working with Mark Hamill to create an authentic and fitting recreation, and explores the immense pressure and responsibility the filmmakers had in bringing back one of the most important characters in film history. You know, that's really interesting too, because just the way that's worded, it does seem that they probably didn't use much of Mark Hamill himself. It seems like, honestly, they had another actor. They used the whole CGI, like fake face stuff. I can't even think what that stuff is called right now, like the face swap, whatever. It looks pretty decent to me. I thought it was really cool, but F Streamlabs, why? Am I sounding okay still? You freaking me out here, Jedi Mike. Do I sound okay? Do I sound alright? Deepfake, that's right. Yes, the deepfake Luke looked pretty decent to me. I thought it was alright. I don't even know where I was on that. Yeah, they're gonna be talking about that though, and I do think Mark Hamill wasn't a super big part of it. It does seem they, you know, talked to him and had him there on set to help recreate the feel of Luke Skywalker. And I do like watching it. Everybody's like wondered, did Mark Hamill actually do it? I don't think he did, but there is one scene in particular where he's walking and he's holding the lightsaber at his side, and it just shows kind of the hood over, like it's a back shot where it shows his hood and the cape. And that to me does look like Mark Hamill walking down. And maybe the actor just did such a good job walking like him, but I swear it does even look like his body and build. Every time I see this scene where it's just him and it's like the back shot where he's walking past the camera, I always see that's Mark Hamill. That part right there, that's Mark Hamill. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think he did have at least one little part in it, you know, where you can't really tell. For sure, no worries. Yeah, Streamlabs is crazy out here, you know how it is, Jedi Mike. What do you guys think though? On this, I'm really excited. I love diving into these gallery episodes. One of my favorite ones is the Ludwig Göransson episode, where it kind of shows how he made all the music for it. And that episode is really cool to me just because at the time I was really getting into music production type of stuff, and I just thought it was really interesting the way that guy saw like music and the way he put all the sounds together to create the Mando music. I'd never seen anything quite like it, and it made me a lot more interested in making music and learning how to produce and just figuring out how to edit things. It led to me even learning how to edit my videos in a way. So it's really cool. I love the deep dives that we get on this stuff, and like just how informative it is to people like myself who are in the video making game and, you know, learning how to do productions behind the scenes of things. So it's really, really cool stuff. I think there is a possibility, you know, Certified Gumbo was talking with Star Wars Santa today over at Star Wars Santa's channel, and you know, he had this theory where it's possible that when this gallery episode drops, that they're gonna release some news about Luke Skywalker and a potential Skywalker Academy episode, or just a season. You know, they can make a Luke Skywalker show. You know, we've heard rumors about this. The Disney even trademarked Skywalker Academy, so it's very possible that we are going to see a show about this in the future. My bet for a Luke Skywalker, because I don't think they're going to keep up with the CGI effects, deepfake stuff. I think they're going to hire a real actor, and I would love to see the guy from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. I love Sebastian Stan. Mark Hamill thinks he, you know, sees the resemblance. A lot of times, Disney and Star Wars and Marvel will hire not super big actors, and I kind of like that, and I do think it would be cool if they did that for a younger Luke. But you got to remember too, Sebastian Stan has never really been a big actor. He's had one big role that I can remember in his entire acting career, and that's playing Bucky Barnes. So I think it would be perfect for him to have the role of Luke Skywalker. He would love to do it. He even said, you know, if Mark gave me the permission, I would do it. And then weeks later, Mark Hamill said, do it, bro. So I think it's definitely possible. I would love to see Sebastian Stan playing the character. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possible that we could end up getting a Luke Skywalker show? And do you think it's possible that Sebastian Stan could end up playing 30-year-old Luke? because that's about how old he would probably be in this time, 28 to early 30s. Jedi Mike says Dave Filoni is going to give us great insight on the gallery. He always does, man. I love getting Dave Filoni stuff on that gallery. That first season of the gallery where they really broke down the first season of Mando. That was crazy. Just seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff where Dave and John were talking, and like even having Kathy and all the directors there, like it was really, really cool to me, and it inspires myself, and I'm sure many other directors, young creators. It's just so cool to see, man. Rello says, I agree, Sheev, bro. That walking part seemed like him. It really did, man. I swear that really felt like him. I'm totally with that, man. I hope it's him. Everybody is, for a long time, has been wondering like what Mark Hamill's contributions was. I don't think they really used his voice. I think they did some type of movie magic to recreate that young Luke voice, but he does have more of a grizzled voice now. That's how he's able to play the Joker. He does an amazing job as a voice actor. So who knows, man? I'm sure they could have auto-tuned, tuned some stuff up, done little things here and there, and made Luke sound like Luke again. But I don't know, man. It seems really, really, really cool. I love all of this stuff. Skywalker Academy? Sebastian Stan? Luke went all over the galaxy in the canon books. The Adventures of Luke Skywalker. Maybe we could see even more of it, man. I would love to. Jedi Mike says, sorry, the Legends of Luke Skywalker book, when he learned to fish like he does on Octu. That's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. Glad I'm sounding good, by the way. Another hour special about a very hyped, awesome episode. Yes! Oh my goodness, this stuff is so cool, man. Jedi Mike says he studied different versions of the forces all over the galaxy. Take you in the Vader's lair. Discord. I'll go check my Discord. Why not? Post it in there, Jedi Mike. Let me see. Let me see what you was talking about. What else we got going on though? What are you guys thinking about all this? Are you hyped for season 3 of Mando when it comes out? What are you guys more hyped for right now? Because I know I'm pretty hyped for the Book of Boba Fett, but I know as soon as Mando 3 gets an official release date, I'm gonna be stupid excited for it, man. I'm gonna be way too hyped. And Sheev is about to go crazy up in the lair, man. He's about to go wild. That's all I know. About to go wild up in here. Jedi Mike posted the book. Hey, yeah, that book is dope, man. I definitely got to look into it. For sure. For sure, Jedi Mike. I'll definitely look into that book too. I got a big old reading list, Jedi Mike. You keep adding all this stuff to my reading list. I gotta start getting on it, man. Way behind at this point. Vito says, you already know I need Mando season 3. Yeah, I know, Vito. I know you ain't a big fan of Boba Fett. Kyle Carter says, I want to see Din take his place as ruler of the Mandalore with the Darksaber. Kyle Carter, I am with you 100%. You know, ever since we saw at the end of season 1, Moff Gideon walk out of that I guess TIE fighter. Well, he walked out of that TIE fighter holding the Darksaber up. I was like, so this is where we're going with this. Alright. I definitely think Din is heading towards that direction. You know, he is that reluctant ruler. You know, he doesn't want to be the ruler. He doesn't think he's probably fit. But there's probably no person more fit and no Mandalorian that really defines what a good person really is, a good leader. So I definitely am with you. I think it would make a lot of sense now that he has the Darksaber in his possession that they focus on that we go back to Mandalore. I think season 3, you know, they've been talking about how it's going to feel a lot more like season 1, and in a way I definitely think that's where we're going with it. I think we're definitely going to find out what's going down over on the Mandalore. I think we're going to get some tie-ins to other potential, you know, characters we know in terms of Mandalorians. You know, we have Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan already, but who's to say that Sabine Wren couldn't show up, or some other Mandalorians that we may already know. I'm excited for it though, and I definitely think Din is going to be the rightful ruler of Mandalore. Mark Hamilton says, fingers crossed for Sebstan. That dude can take Luke and run with him into a new live action era. An Heir to the Empire retelling with Ahsoka, Mando, and the Ghost Crew in the mix. Dude, that would be incredible. I don't know if I've ever really talked about it on this channel. I don't know if I've talked about it really much in general. I had ideas for a fan film that Sheev the Wise would be creating. I don't know how I'm gonna put this together. If anyone ever sees this video and wants to help me, you know, realize this fan film, I wanted to do an Ahsoka fan film basically on that, you know, not an Heir to the Empire exactly, although it would definitely have Thrawn, it would definitely have Luke, it would definitely have Ahsoka, it would definitely have Ezra Bridger and the Ghost Crew. It would have all of these things that would tie into it. It would be almost like an Avengers level event. Like I said, this Feige movie could potentially be my fan film would be based on Ahsoka, and the villain other than Thrawn would be Starkiller. Now, of course, this is just a fan film that I would, you know, I've thought of, but the two apprentices of Vader having to go against each other now that the Empire has fallen. And I think that would be the coolest thing, having Thrawn and Starkiller working together, two like super imposing, unbeatable forces almost, going against all this, like some of the greatest characters in all of Star Wars, in my opinion. It would be so cool, and I think they even could do that in live action at some point. You know, we have the Ahsoka show coming up, where that could, obviously Starkiller is probably never coming into canon. Let's get that straight real quick. But I think it could be so cool to see something like that happen in the actual Star Wars timeline. I think we're gonna get a version of that at some point. I think the World Between Worlds is definitely going to be crucial in the future, and it would be very, very crucial to this fan film that I have thought of. So I'm excited to see what we get from that, man. Thank you for saying all that, Mark Hamilton. I love it. I love where your head's at. Mark Hamilton says Din is too sloppy for a Jedi. Yeah, way too sloppy. He's not connected to the Force either. It is our Discord. Yeah, go check out the Discord. We're going to be doing a giveaway over on the Discord when we hit 500 subscribers. So go check that out. We're going to be giving away 5 Funko Pops, which we're doing each member of the Bad Batch. So if you want to get in on that, there's a link to the description, or link in the description below, to get into that Discord and have a chance of winning one of those 5 Bad Batch Funkos. Kyle Carter says, also Thrawn, he needs to show up in season 3 trying to take the Darksaber from Din. How wild would that be, Kyle Carter? I'm with it. I don't know if he's going to be trying to get the saber in particular, but you know that man loves art and history, and what is more art and history than the Darksaber, in terms of lightsabers at least, you know? Jedi Mike says, World Between Worlds equals hyped. Oh, baby. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Jedi Mike says, are you having a Bad Batch watch party tomorrow? Yes, I am. I am planning to do it on Vader's Lair over here on my channel. We should be starting up around 11:45 Pacific Standard Time, that is. So right before the episode drops. We're definitely going to be doing a watch party, though. At the very least, we're going to be doing a post show. We'll see what happens, but I'm definitely planning on doing a watch party leading into a post show. So that's the plan right now. Lord Vito says, Rika. What up, Star Wars MCU OG? How you doing, my guy? Jedi Mike says, show off your Ahsoka sabers. They're on the bed right now. Nah, not right now. What else are we thinking though? How are we feeling about all this stuff? You know, I think seeing Luke Skywalker again after seeing him in the Mando is definitely going to happen at some point. If it doesn't, it would be really weird. It wouldn't make sense. You know, we have to figure out what the heck happened to Grogu at some point. And I'm excited to see just where this story is going, man. Mark Hamilton says, Thrawn would need a mad or fallen Jedi as his Joris Sabaoth. Mace would be a great swap. Yeah, Mark, that's kind of why I said for my fan film, I would probably have Starkiller as that like Jedi figure, you know, or you know that evil Jedi in a way, because it could be the perfected Starkiller clone that would be in my fan film potentially. I'm spoiling all of it. It's who knows if I'll even ever have a chance to make it. By the time I actually get the ball rolling on that, I'm sure Ahsoka show will drop and none of it will make sense anymore. But it'll be a lot of fun if I ever do end up finding a way to make it, you know. I'd have a lot of fun with that. Grogu should have a purple saber though. Nah. Give Grogu the dark saber, or give him his own like Krayt Dragon pearl saber. I want to see Grogu make his own lightsaber at some point. You know, I love how Yoda has his own little tiny green lightsaber. I want to see Grogu with something similar, man. Would be dope. The gallery is amazing. Yeah, dude, that gallery stuff is so flippin' dope, man. I love all of it. I love Star Wars, man. This is a great time period to be a Star Wars fan, or a Marvel fan even. Just being a nerd right now is a blast for me, you know. We've had so much great content, and we have even more great content coming. You know, I did a stream earlier in the week on what we could see over the next decade, and I'm sure we could see even more than what I talked about on there. The future is really, really bright in terms of Star Wars content. You know, them having this whole the whole stagecraft thing figured out. It's such a game changer, man. You know, that they're gonna be able to put out shows and movies left and right with this. You know, we already see Marvel kind of doing that, and you know, Marvel has a lot of productions going on. They've been doing this game for a long time. So as soon as Star Wars, you know, gets back and, you know, gets in that groove, you know, I'm sure they are gonna be pumping out Star Wars things left and right, like they already kind of are. And I'm so hyped for it, man. I'm hyped. Tommy Banana says, what's up, goobers? What up, Tommy Banana? How you doing tonight, my guy? How are you? Jedi Mike says, Clone Wars and Rebels was great when we saw Padawans build sabers. Also fun to build a saber in Batu. I didn't have a chance to do that, Jedi Mike, and you know, I'm still working on that review video that I'm making for, you know, Galaxy's Edge and Batu. And you know, part of my gripe, and you know, some of the stuff I'm not like 100% on board with there, is how hard it is to do some of the stuff that is at Batu. You know, I talked about last live stream how you have to, just to get on the Rise of Resistance, you have to wake up super early, or you know, be up at 7 and be able to perfectly time it so that you can get a spot on board that ride, or you have to do it later on at 12, and then you have to still wait in line after you've done all that. And then to get into the bar, you have to either stand in a long line or do the same kind of thing on the Disneyland app. Even to get on, and the hardest thing to do is to build that lightsaber. You have to schedule it months and months and months in advance and have a certain time slot. And I even tried to do that and I couldn't get the date right, and it just didn't work out. And it didn't work out the first time either. I feel like they got to make it a lot more accessible, because some of the stuff that I want to do there, they just haven't made it easy to do. I know there's a lot of people going to Disneyland and checking out Batu for the first time, or just checking it out again, but I'm like, it is very, very unreasonable that, you know, it's that hard to create your own lightsaber there, or to ride probably the best ride in the entire park, in Rise of the Resistance, or even to just get into the cantina, man. They make it way more difficult than it has to be, you know. What is up, Tim 12? What's up? Jedi Mike says, gotta get a reservation for Savi's to build a saber. Cantina is worth it. Exactly, man, and I wish I did. It's very difficult, though. That's kind of what I'm saying. They don't make it easy. They do not make it easy for you at all. At all. What else is we talking about, though? I don't think there's a lot other news going on around right around now, you know. Everything's been kind of in that lull period I've been talking about. I'm gonna check the tweeters and see what's going on in that universe. People be wilding out there. People be wilding on Twitter, which of course they are, but yeah, I think we got some Bounty Hunter comics recently, didn't we? I'm gonna be looking into those for sure. I might end up even covering some of them on the channel. How do you guys feel about that? Would you enjoy seeing me cover some of the Bounty Hunter comics? You know, the War of the Bounty Hunters going around. How about thoughts on Bad Batch? I've been covering the Bad Batch a lot. I have a video coming out probably tonight or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. I haven't had a lot of time to work on it. On my predictions and preview for episode 12 and the rest of the season. Expect that episode definitely tomorrow. Obviously, it has to come out by tomorrow, or it's gonna be late. We're gonna know what's gonna happen. So keep your eyes peeled for that video, and definitely go as soon as I drop it. Turn on those notifications. Check it out, though. Definitely check out that video. I think I did a pretty solid job on it. Jedi Mike says, any Bad Batch tea? No tea, man. No tea. They have done a good job of not letting many things spill from this show. I think we're gonna get a lot of excitement going down the last stretch of it. You know, I think I'm not gonna sleep. Don't worry. I think honestly we're gonna get a lot more. I think we're getting probably multiple seasons of this show. The way it's gone and the pacing this first show, you know, Star Wars Santa talked about it on his stream earlier today. One season of the Bad Batch just is not enough for me. I need more. I need multiple seasons of this. The first season has been a blast for me. Maybe it's just because I'm a Star Wars sweat and I love animated Star Wars, but this season has been real fun, and I think the end of it is only gonna get crazier. It's only gonna get wilder. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Well, Kathleen Hahn is apparently returning as Agatha Harkness, but that's not Star Wars news. We're getting all this Marvel news, all this great Marvel content, and we over here slacking with the Bad Batch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm having a great time with the Bad Batch. Having a great time with the Bad Batch, to be honest. Alright, hold on. I'll give you guys a little preview for what you might see in this video, but it's talking about Bad Batch episode 12. Here's a little prediction for you. I think if Hauser and Crosshair are potentially rescued, you know, Rescue on Ryloth is the title for episode 12. I think if they end up getting rescued, it could cause Rampart to put Project Warmantle into full effect. And with that being the case, if that does happen, we could see the clone army being slowly taken out. Like, instead of just like slowly, they're gonna ease in stormtroopers. Like, I could see them doing a full-blown, like, all right, the clones need to be taken out. The clones start to get killed and eradicated. I think potentially the same thing could happen with the Kaminoans. You know, if Hauser or even Crosshair potentially, you know, dips and, you know, turns on the Empire, it could be drastic for the rest of the clone army. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's gonna be bad if Hauser ends up going with the Bad Batch or something? What do you think? What do you think? Mark Hamilton says WOTBH comics. Oh, the Bounty Hunters. War of the Bounty Hunter comics dropped today, full on Mexican standoff with all the titles covering with Vader, Leia, Lando, Chewie, Afra, Boba, Kira, and others all in the same room. Wild comics. Damn, bro. I definitely got to cover those then. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun, you know. I think over on Star Wars Santa's Discord, you can actually check out some of those comics. And I was looking at it today, just kind of scrolling through. I didn't get deep into it. I did read the first issue of the War of the Bounty Hunters, and it is pretty interesting stuff, man. I didn't expect to see Kira in that first comic. Oh, and Jabba and Frozen Han. Well, of course Frozen Han was in. I knew that. That's friggin' wild, though. And I did see the, spoiler alert, the cover of the next comic has Boba and Vader on it. So, it'll be fun, man. I'm excited to dive into these comics a little bit more. And with Bad Batch winding down as we get closer to Visions, I think covering those comics could be a really fun way to keep the channel engaged and keep the content flowing. So, we'll see if I can keep that up, and we'll see how I can put together a video on those comics as well. It should be fun, though. Hold up, let me minimize that. Tim 12 says, I'm predicting Vader's gonna kill all of the Bad Batch except Omega. Probably, man. I predicted that back when I was on Nerd Theory, actually. One of the first times it was probably like the second or third time they had brought the Nerd Council together. I was lucky enough to get onto Nerd Theory, starring Star Wars Theory and the Den of Nerds. And yeah, that was my prediction the first time I was on there, was that Vader is going to end up potentially killing all of the Bad Batch, or at least some of the members, you know. And I think, honestly, something I might end up talking about this in this video upcoming too, is I think this show is going somewhere tragic, man. They keep teasing out this tragic stuff that's going to potentially happen. You know, we don't see a lot of the Bad Batch in other content, obviously. We've seen them just a few times in the Clone Wars before this, so the time period it's in, and you know, the fact that we don't know a lot about these characters, everybody's going to be predicting that they're going to potentially die. The fact that we even see Hunter getting shot up by Cad Bane, you know, so many different like reasons to believe that the Bad Batch, or at least some of the members, are going to perish. And I'm with it, man. I think it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to break Omega a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into my video, because I think some crazy stuff could end up happening at the end of the season or in future seasons. And I love this show so far, man. I love that we're getting Rebels tie-ins to a Clone Wars sequel. I think it is somewhat of a Clone Wars sequel that is also a Rebels prequel. And I love it, man. Those are two of my favorite mediums in Star Wars. Two of my favorite Star Wars titles ever. I love it, man. I'm loving this show so much. Mark Hamilton says that they're all in the comics archive. That's right. So go check out Star Wars Santa's Discord. I did also link Nerdhalla. If you guys don't know what Nerdhalla is, the Nerdhalla Network is a group of smaller YouTube or Twitch streamers and other content creators, like other just content creators, smaller content creators that have banded together to create somewhat of a union and an easy way to discover all of us. So if you guys want or are interested, go check out Nerdhalla Network. I have the Discord linked in the description below. It's an easy way to get updates on all of our channels, and an easy way to find out when we're posting tweets or just doing a new live stream or a new video. So go check out Nerdhalla Network, please. It would be very, very greatly appreciated if you're not already in it. Tyler the Kid says, looking for a minute before bed. For sure, Tyler. Thanks for stopping by, man. What up? What up? Yo. Tragedy is always part of Star Wars stories, to be honest. That's totally true, Jedi Mike. I actually read a small quote from the new Kevin Scott novel. Spoilers, I guess. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler because I even saw it on Twitter. I think Kevin Scott might have even retweeted it, but basically it's just this little excerpt from the book, a little quote that basically says that like Jedi are always destined to feel some type of pain, and it's kind of the duty of the Jedi to somewhat overcome that pain, and that's why Obi-Wan is one of the like perfect examples of a Jedi. Along with Ahsoka, these two have gone through a tremendous amount of pain in their lives and gone through such tragic things, and yet they still choose to fight for the light and do it very honorably. There's no two characters quite like the two of them. You know, we have Kanan and Ezra that embody that very much so as well. You know, they fight for others and not themselves. But yeah, I definitely agree, man. Tragedy is always part of Star Wars. Just how it is, man. Mark Hamilton says Bad Batch could be around for a while. Big galaxy, big space in the timeline before the original trilogy. Options are open for lots of season if it connects. Yeah, dude, and like I said, I have a theory on what I think could potentially end up happening in the show. And I will be releasing that in the video, probably coming out tomorrow. Definitely probably coming out by tomorrow. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that so you can go check out my theory on it. I think the galaxy, as big as it is, sometimes it's pretty small, and the Force has a way of connecting characters together. And that's just how it is, man. That's the best way to tell these stories, and I'm all for it. I love when these characters, you know, meet up in awesome, unique ways. Tim12 says, yeah, that is true. The Bad Batch are skilled enough to survive without being found. Definitely true, man. They can take out entire armies by themselves, so I definitely agree. Mark Hamilton says, Nerdhalla is a great idea for a co-op. Yeah, man. Star Wars Santa, Certified Gumbo, a few, my good friend Master Kunch, you know, Normies to Nerds. We're all talking about potentially getting together. I think with you, Mark. So definitely, Nerdhalla is a great way to co-op, and for other creators, it's a great way to discover people and everything. It's just an awesome place, man. Go check out Nerdhalla Network for sure. It is the Valhalla for nerds, absolutely. Jedi Mike says, I can't wait till we get more Batu stories. Outer Rim. Yeah, dude, I love finding out about the Outer Rim. It was really cool. I actually, in the process of creating my episode 12 predictions video, I went back and watched the Rebels episode where Hera is with Cham. You know, the Cham Syndulla Ryloth episode. And then I rewatched this past week's episode, and I really saw some really cool stuff when I did that. You know, there's tiny things just like hold on, let me see if I have it written down in here. Chopper's Y-Wing. I'm probably gonna be talking about that in the new video too, but back in Rebels, you can see Chopper's Y-Wing, and he kind of looks at it and has this moment where Hera talks to Ezra about it, how she found Chopper in a crashed Y-Wing, and Cham Syndulla actually left that Y-Wing up so that it could be like a symbol of the Clone Wars. And then we see it in this episode of the Bad Batch. We see that same Y-Wing still sitting there, or, you know, sitting there from back then. It's really cool. I love the way that these shows connect with just small things like that. I think we're going to see other stuff in this show, just in this next episode, that's going to connect into Rebels kind of similarly. It was really cool though, watching back that Rebels episode and watching this episode of the Bad Batch. It's really interesting stuff, man. They do a great job of connecting this universe. Kevin, what'd you say about Kevin Scott? Kevin Scott is bomb. Yeah, he is, man. Kevin Scott's the G. I cannot wait to dive into that book. I cannot wait at all. Yeah, dude, it took me a minute to notice it too, but watching it back, you definitely can see it in both episodes. So cool, man. Such an, like, that's the type of stuff I sweat over it, man. You can see it on my face, man. I'm getting sweaty just talking about it. It's wild stuff, man. I love me some Star Wars Rebels too. What else did I have on here that I can talk about with you guys? I'm trying to look through my notes. Another thing that kind of ties in similarly to that Y-Wing thing. In this last episode of the Bad Batch, Hera says that the location that they're in is like the first refinery the Empire has stationed. And then in that Rebels episode, Cham says that they at that point in the Rebels, they've overran the Tan province, which is actually where Hera grew up, and that's where we see Thrawn and the Calicori and all that. But yeah, Cham was fighting against this commander who was like his nemesis named Slavin. And, you know, you see Slavin, and he's kind of a dimwit compared to Thrawn, of course. But I think it's possible we could even see Slavin in this episode of the Bad Batch. It might be a little early, as that's like a 14-year difference. But it'd be interesting to see that, you know, the rivalry between them forming even now. I think it's possible. But it's also cool to see, like, you know, how Hera's talking about this is the first province or, you know, area that they've taken over. And then all of a sudden they've gotten all the way to Hera and Cham Syndulla's home by the time of Rebels, you know. You know, Cham has been fighting this battle against them for a long time. He's been fighting wars nonstop since the Clone Wars. Mark Hamilton says, was Chopper a Republic droid before the Syndullas got him from the wreckage? I missed that totally. I'm pretty sure because he was in a Y-Wing. It's a great question though. I thought Y-Wings were more in the original trilogy, more so than the prequels, but I gotta look back at that. He probably was. He probably was a Republic astromech. That's a good thought, Mark Hamilton. Star Wars bananas is a thing. Star Wars is just bananas in general, bro. Disney Dole partnership. Yeah, I mean, I will say when I was at Disneyland, they have this whole like little area where it's like a Dole soft serve. So definitely Disney and Dole are doing something. Jedi Mike says, Empire does the overmining and refining on every planet and moon. They've run them all. All Imperial Chods, what? B. Grissom sneaks in. We saw you. Don't think we didn't. I seen you sneaking in. What's up, B. Grissom? How are you? Dole Whip. Star Wars smoothie. I mean, maybe, man. Maybe. What else though? We'll probably wrap it up pretty soon here. We've been going for almost an hour, but let's see. After this 12th episode of the Bad Batch, which is called Rescue on Ryloth, the 13th episode is titled Infested, and the 14th episode is War Mantle. So you'll see what I'm talking about here in my video for predictions and preview for the Bad Batch episode 12, but I definitely think Infested and War Mantle kind of go hand in hand together, and they definitely are going to tie in. You know, this past two episodes of, you know, including this week's episode, have been centered on Ryloth. It's been kind of like an arc, sort of like the Clone Wars, but it's been a Rebels arc in a way. So I could see the last 4 episodes being one big arc, kind of like season 7 of the Clone Wars had the big Mandalorian arc at the end, the Siege of Mandalore. I could see something similar going down here. I don't know if it's going to be the last 4 episodes. It could be the Infested and War Mantle are 2 big episodes, and then the last 2 are sort of like a big last arc. But I definitely think we're getting multiple seasons of this show the way it's been going. We're at least getting a season 2, I think. But who knows, man? We might end up getting this one season, and we might see some really, really crazy stuff if that is the case. I think also at some point we're probably going to get a lot of the characters we've seen again. I think it's possible we could see the Martez sisters. I think it's more likely we'll see Rex at some point again. I think it's likely we'll see Cad Bane and Fennec Shand once more. If not, we're definitely going to see them in a season 2. Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of those characters from early on, or, you know, halfway through the season, that are going to be tying back into this. We could even see Kanan again, and it'd be really cool to, in my opinion, to see Kanan and Hera meet up in this show, even if it does contradict A New Dawn. But I'm hyped for it, man. I think it's going to be awesome. Justin from Zero. Kang erases the sequel trilogy. Oh my God, he did it! Oh, bless Zero's heart. I'm just kidding, man. B. Grissom says, can't wait for the watch party. Neither can I, man. I'm hyped for some Bad Batch, especially when coming off of that Loki episode. Star Wars better give me some good stuff here, man. Star Wars better give me some good stuff. Or we gonna riot. Man, we gonna have some riots up in this building. For sure, man. I'm ready for the end of this Ryloth arc too. Me too, B. Grissom. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be real lit. Jedi Mike. It's gonna be hype. For sure, man. Alright, we've been going about an hour. I'm gonna be cutting it short a little bit today. I'm gonna be trying to do longer streams going forward, but I'm at least doing an hour for most of my streams. I've been having a great time with the Bad Batch, though. I definitely am excited for season 3 of The Mandalorian whenever it does come out. I'm hoping spring 2022, like some of these rumors have been saying. And I think this gallery episode with Luke, it's gonna be dope, man. I cannot wait to get deeper into this. Aw, man, everybody's late. What's up, Ashton? I cannot wait to get into this gallery episode coming out August 25th. I'm hyped for Star Wars Visions coming out September 22nd. And there ain't nothing more hyped than the Book of Boba Fett right now, man. I'm stupid hyped for what's going forward in Star Wars. I'm stupid hyped to see Vader's Lair's growth as we keep going forward. If you're not already part of the Discord, go ahead and check out that description down in the link below. Join the Discord so you have a chance of getting one of 5 Funko Pops of the Bad Batch. We're going to be doing a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, so go ahead and join that Discord. If you did enjoy this live stream, go ahead and smash that like button for me and subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content just like this. Much love to you guys. I hope you enjoy your nights, and especially you East Coasters, go get some sleep. Y'all are wildin'. Y'all are wildin'. Mando hype though. Sheev out. May the Force be with you guys always. Much love, fam. Much love. Peace.